Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading, and this is for the first 10 days of August already. And Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Taurus, we all have a little bit of Taurus in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, which sign is Taurus in? That might give you further clarity where this information is most prominent for you. And also, this is a timely reading, so it means that if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that may give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, just going to move this up a little bit more. There we go. All right, I've been doing different spreads, so just bear with me for a second here. The underlying energy for this reading is the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacle energy is up your alley. That's the element that you rule over. And this is talking about health, wealth, and happiness in your third dimensional world. So the energy is of the earth and earthly matters. Of course, money matters in 3D world. And so the element is represented by the coin. And this coin is representing, this card is representing the 3 levels of making money. And you could have all the money in the world, but still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So most of the time, the Pentacle energy is talking about your lifestyle, but this particular card is talking about the 3 levels of making money. And it's saying you have a strong foundation, you're able to meet your obligations, but you don't have a whole lot left over for authentic desires or your crown and glory, what you really, really want in life and being on your destined path. So this is talking about, sometimes this card can represent an energy of sometimes being sold short or selling yourself short. It can represent an energy of having your back to the city. So the back to the city energy is saying sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone to be able to move into the next level of making money. And quite often that's true. Now this is about taking calculated risks to improve your financial position. And sometimes maybe in the past you weren't willing to take those risks and you sold yourself short. So this is saying no more of that. Sometimes take the calculated risks that will elevate you into the next level. Make sure that you do your homework when it comes to finances and consult with experts if it's a big investment. This also can say that it is hard to be a hero in your own small town. So if it can actually talk about physically moving or moving a location of a business, something to do with that. We have the internal forces here. Now, internal forces are what you have control of, the what ifs of life. And you can tell it's an internal force if the problem comes up and you're asking yourself, what if I do this and they do that? Or what if they don't do that and I have to do this? What if, woulda, shoulda, coulda kind of energy? And this is talking about you need to use your intuition as well as your logic to come to strong conclusions about creative solutions to move forward to where you want to be, to get into this next level of energy, of making money. And this is talking about the high priestess, she sits between these 2 pillars. She's at the foot of God's throne. And so she's a joyful person because she actually understands the cycles of the moon. And we do happen to have a full moon coming in tomorrow is the full moon. And this energy, you've probably been feeling it quite a bit. The full moon energy is, we become a little bit more emotional. And so you might be feeling that way. Also, we become way more intuitive, and that's what this is saying. So, she's sitting in between these 2 pillars, and they are opposites. They're extremes from each other. And she's using her intuition to cipher through all the information that's coming in from both sides. And so this represents information in the background, all that busyness. And so information does equal energy, and that's talking about, that's why the world feels like we're speeding up all the time these days, because the energy is so, we have access to immediate energy in most matters. And this energy is saying the high priestess is very good at going through that energy. The way she does it, she'll ask a logical question, and then she might get like 5 logical answers. But which one is the best one for her? Just because it's the right answer for someone else doesn't mean it's the perfect answer for you. So then what she does is she stops thinking and she feels. And like this is knowing the difference between your mind, which is your thoughts and your will, and your brain, which is your central nervous system. So your central nervous system is made up of the brain and the spinal column. And this energy is actually, how you feel sensations in your body. That's where it comes from. And so from the central nervous system. So she pays attention. What's her body telling her when she looks at the answers or she says them out loud or writes them down? Which ones, like a lot of times people will say when they're weak energetically to something, they'll feel like that elevator dropping feeling. Like when your stomach feels like it stays on the 5th floor and you're down at the 0. It's that kind of that drop in energy. And quite often that's how people describe when they feel weak energetically to something. And if they're strong, it makes you want to stand up and, straighten out your spine and, you feel strong. And so that energy can really empower you, because any 5 of those choices could be logically correct, but one of them is the one that's going to be the one that you're going to take, and you want it to be the one that's best for you in your situation. So she she's trained herself to be able to pick that up very quickly. And she's sitting between 2 major extremes. We've got Jesus and we have the devil on this side. So it doesn't get much more extreme than that. And so this is your internal forces. Basically, it's saying use your intuition. This is coming out in a lot of the readings in the last few days. I'm saying you need to use your intuition as well as your logic to manifest at a high level. And there's so far, this is only the 2nd reading for the beginning of the month, but I just finished the readings for the full moon. And so if you want to check that out, you can go to the full moon readings, and I just finished them for each of the signs. If you want to know more exactly about that energy, but the energy basically is about the individual needs as well as the group needs. Now, the Empress energy is a powerful manifester. She's said to be pregnant with possibility. So if you're not wanting to be pregnant, be aware that right now you probably are very fertile. So, just keep that in mind. And also, the Empress energy, she represents all 4 queens from the minor arcana. She's gone through enough life experience and she's managed to stay on her path and be the best version of her. She uses the mistakes that she makes and the energy that doesn't go right. She takes that and she learns from it. And then she moves, is that much better when she goes out to do her next project. So the Empress does put plans into place. She will, for instance, this wheat at her feet is representing being able to grow bumper crops. And, if she's going to grow a crop, she's going to ask, okay, which crop? Is it going to be durum or is it going to be wheat? Okay, she decides it's going to be wheat. Which of the fields that she owns is the best one to plant this wheat in? And she's going to decide that. Then she's going to test the soil and see if it needs amending, does it need fertilizing, to grow this wheat. Then she's going to make sure that all the stones and any rocks or any other, anything else that's left on the field that would damage the expensive seeding and harvesting equipment is picked off the field so that she doesn't take a loss that way. And then she's going to wait for the opportune time to actually seed this crop. And once it's seeded, she's going to wave her wand and say, hey, universe, hey, nature, do your thing. I really would appreciate a bumper crop. And she's not going to worry about it anymore. She's an organic farmer, so she doesn't spray. She's just going to, she might do the odd rain dance if needed. But other than that, she's pretty much going to rely on the universe and nature to do its thing. She knows she's done everything she can that she's willing to do to make this successful. So she's decided how much time, money, energy she's willing to invest in this one project. She moves on to the next one until harvest, then she'll readdress it. And so this is about not worry. She doesn't worry about it. She just assumes she's going to have a bumper crop, and most often she does. And the justice this is about how you're feeling right now. You're feeling in this powerful energy, and this is a very much Taurus energy. So this is a powerful manifesting energy. And then we have the justice, and justice is talking about your abundance here. So there could be something that's happened in the past here that has limited your abundance, and there's some sort of justice coming in. Now, the justice card represents justice coming in from the spiritual realm, and then it will be brought down into the physical. She has a sword of justice in her right hand. And that is saying that if you're on the right side of the law, you will have, the justice will come in, it will be a blessing for you. If you're on the wrong side of the law, well then you've been caught and you're going to have to pay the consequences for your actions. This is talking about her right foot is forward, and in body language that means she's ready to get up and go as soon as she gets notice. This banner behind her is representing the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical. And it's talking about how justice begins from the judgment on the spiritual realm, and it comes into the 3D. This can also be talking about redemption from karma. And just for those, a lot of people think that karma is punishment, but karma is actually just cause and effect for your actions and sometimes your inactions. So, eventually our actions catch up with us, or our inactions catch up with us if we ignore something that we needed to pay attention to. So this is talking about that energy. And basically this is your abundance, and this is how you see yourself as being having the potential to be pregnant with possibility and be very abundant, but you're waiting for some sort of justice to come in. And this is talking about opportunities coming in. There's 7 cups here, and the cups in tarot represent love. Quite often it's romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can be love of anyone or anything. And these cups can represent something you love to do or something you love to be. Now, this is a lot of opportunity here, but what it's saying is, like, you're a black hole that is attracting all of this opportunity toward you. But you're the one who has to put your own spin on it. Just like a black hole, you have to put your spin on it and turn it into something from within. Your own unique qualities applied to to whichever cups that you feel you would like to explore. And the thing is that you see all the smoke around the cups here. It's just representing the energy that many, many times possibilities are disguised as challenges. And so if we can see the possibilities in any challenge, that can allow us to be able to move forward in a strong way and take advantage of these cups. Maybe someone else wouldn't be able to see the opportunity in them, and we do. And so the energy is talking about, like, each of these cups being kind of an enigma. And like this cup here, it has the cup of beauty. Now, beauty is beautiful to have. So if you have outside beauty, a lot of times that can be a beautiful thing. But if you focus only on your outer beauty, then you're not going to shine from within, and that inner beauty is going to suffer. And this is a shrouded figure. And the shrouded figure, who knows what's underneath there? It could be ugly, it could be beautiful, it could be good, bad, we don't know until we take a better look at it. And then we have the snake energy, which some people might see as a, yellow-bellied coward slithering through the grass. And others might see as an opportunity to shed their skin and move forward in a different way. There could be some potential information in that. And we have a castle here, and the castle is, you know, I mean, a castle is a castle. It's a beautiful place to live. The castles are usually very beautiful. Having said that, they're also quite often on the edge of cliffs and hard to access. So, you know, they can be kind of isolating. As well, we have the flowers here. Now, are you going to open your petals up, or are you going to stay closed and not let them open? We have the laurel wreath, and that can sometimes represent victory, and at other times they lay it on coffins. So, you know, the energy here is a dragon, and some people might be terrified of dragons and think they're evil, and other people may look at dragons as the power that we have from within to add beauty to the world. They're good fortune and luck. So this is talking about these opportunities that are becoming available to you, and you're the one who has to put your own spin on them and see the possibilities in the challenges. This is from your early childhood as well, like, so how you learned how to communicate with the world, like with money, with opportunity, that type of energy. So you may have been raised in a family where your parents and the significant others around you taught you to always look for the opportunities and challenges, and you may have been raised by people who taught you that, you know, play it safe. Don't be going off and taking these risks when, you know, if you have a 9 to 5 and it pays your bills, be thankful. And that's true, be thankful for that. But this could be missed opportunities that are being handed to you by the universe. And if you put your energy into them, could turn out to be really take you into your authentic desires and your crowning glory. We have some information coming in from the Knight of Swords. And so the knights would work for the king and the queen. So, of course, this knight worked for the king and queen of swords. And this is talking, sometimes people consider this energy to be a fool rushing in. He's quite often running from something or someone, or he's running to hurry up because he needs to tell someone something. The thing is, a lot of people feel this is kind of an energy of a fool rushing in, like before you have the whole story. We can only see half his sword. And we can't see the point, and maybe he can't either. And we have this big red flag on the back of his helmet, and even the clouds look like they're like jagged, like they've been ripped into the sky. And his horse is like, look how stressed out his poor horse is. He's pushing this horse so hard through barren land against the wind, with no regard, you know. And this is about your heartfelt energy and your passion for life. So this can be like someone who's in a panic. There's some sort of information coming towards you from someone who's panicking about something. Might be because you're using your intuition. It might be because something to do with when you were younger that you're finding out about with this information. This can quite often also represent an investigation happening and technology being used, hidden cameras, you know, hot mics, that type of thing. Like, this could be legal and illegal investigations. And sometimes this can even be an energy where you may have hired a private eye to look into something for you. And then we have this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is talking about another set of information coming in. Now, this is interesting because this knight, you notice how he's at a total standstill. He's not in any hurry because he knows he has the correct information. The Knight of Pentacles energy can be really annoying because it can take forever for it to come in. But when it does, it's usually very solid information coming in. And this is about doing your research, especially when it comes to finances. There may be something that you're looking into and you're getting the information back. Maybe you had hired someone to do an investigation about this energy of pentacle energy. This is your emotional state right now, like waiting for this information to come in. That's what I feel. And this is about creativity, romance, and children. So this could be, sometimes this energy represents like an inheritance or a trust or, you know, something that you would, like generational wealth, something that you would pass down to, you know, from one generation to the next, a legacy. And it can also represent real estate, like maybe someone somewhere in their will left something to you and you're finding out about it, because this is like when, you know, the Knight of Pentacles, as slow as he is, when he comes in with an offer, he's investigated, he's looked into it, and it's usually pretty solid. And then we have, this is a victory for you. This has the potential to change your daily routine, your lifestyle, everything. This is like, and look how proud you are. So this is talking about a big win, and there has been competition here. The wands represent the energy. It's the element of fire, and it's talking about they're made of wood because wood fuels the fire. And then this is talking about taking passionate action. And maybe you took action on that laurel wreath, because here you are, clearly the winner, the leader here. Now, sometimes this energy can be talking about, you know, maybe you were in some sort of competition for something, or there was a battle over something, you know, like this could be something like a job promotion. And maybe all of these people wanted the position as well, but you clearly came out the leader. And the reason why you did that is because you were able to rein in your emotions and really, you know, clearly come out as someone who stays calm in, you know, when there's, you know, when you can keep your shift together when there's pressure. And you've clearly come out a leader. And these people might be a little bit disgruntled because of it, but they have to admit that you really did win this round, basically. And you notice the difference between this horse and this horse. You know, when you rein your emotions in, you don't panic, you stay calm, and, you know, you make sure that the information that you have is absolutely correct. That's when you come out victorious in this way. So that's like kind of like the different energy I'm talking about when you put the spin on one of the gifts here. And then we have that is for the internal forces. Now, you do have control over the internal forces. The external forces, not so much. The question when the external forces come isn't what if, now it's what the EF, like what the EF happened. And this is talking, let's see, we've got the underlying energy is the star. So this is talking about moving into a different, into your infinite potential. The star energy is talking about this information coming in, this new leadership role you're taking, I feel, is allowing you to be able to pull from the energy and from all your knowledge and your gifts that you were given by the divine. And so this could be even like maybe you finished a degree in something or whatever, but you're adding your own unique quality to the universal pool of water, and then you're pouring that out on earth. And the 5 streams here represent the 5 points on the pentacle. So this is about bringing your, you know, adding your own unique qualities to whatever you work on. And this is the North Star, is following your designated divine path, as what the Empress does when she's in the upright energy. She's going to be the very best version she can be of herself. We also have the 7 stellar sisters of the Pleiades here. So this is talking about a lot of energy from like galactic energy, from the universal pool, like that you are taking all of that beautiful energy, that unique qualities that you were God-given, and you're adding it to make the world a better place. And that's that's all of our purpose, really, is to be the best version we can be, and add that special whatever it is we have to the universal pool, and make things better, not just for ourselves, but for our family. It's a win for us, and it's a win for our family, and it's a win for, you know, the whole universe, really. And then we have the 11 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups energy is talking about 1 away from 10. 10 is the most cups you can have. Now, this is talking about having all sorts of love in your life, like love with your partner loves you, love of your career, and your career is really going well for you, and you love your clients and your you know, the co-workers and everything's, your neighbors, where you live, your children, everything's like lovely. This is like it's talking about being very that you're very close to having this, and that you have to maintain your focus. It's talking about you're highly likely to receive this as long as you can remain focused. You may be a public figure, or there could be a public figure that's important in this situation. With the star energy, quite often it can represent someone that has their own unique qualities that shine on stage. So definitely it could be something to do with that. There's a little bit of a lack of focus here. This person with the feet turned out like this, it's talking about leaking energy from, you know, masculine and feminine energy from your base chakra. That's about survival in the 3D, and just like maybe you're tired a little bit, or you're just kind of like, it's not uncommon for people to lose a race in the last lap. So this is about keep your focus. Don't get distracted now. You're very, very close and highly favored to have what it is you've been working on. And this can even represent something you've always wished for. Like, this is almost like genie energy. The arms here are in the sign of an infinity symbol. And it's talking about, you can just see them nodding his head, and boom, we have that 10th cup. So this is saying stay focused, stay on your designated path, and you're highly likely to receive. And maybe what you want to receive, maybe you don't have that special someone in your life, because this is in in commitments, in partnerships, in marriage. So you might be looking for that special someone, or have just met them and wanting it to happen. We don't know where these cups are. Are they behind him on a shelf in the past? Are they above his head now? Or is this slightly, he's behind them a little bit and they're in the future? But it is on its way, is what it's saying. So long as you keep your shift together, and like you have been doing, and really take advantage of opportunities, you're on a roll, basically. Like, this is really good, strong energy. And then we have, this is in transition. So in the past, I don't know, this energy has been coming up a lot in the readings, and it's sometimes this can represent sibling rivalry, because this is the only card where there is actually adolescents fighting with each other here. But it also, like we do have 5 here, and we have 5 back here. So these people might have been busy fighting with each other instead of focusing on their goal. And that's why you came out the leader. That's what I feel this card is saying here. That's the competition. It's immature competition when people, instead of focusing on how they can learn from the competition and move forward, they focus on trying to take the competition down. It's my mean girl card, like narcissistic cheerleaders that have to have that trophy, even when they can see the other team is better than them. It's always better to learn from the competition rather than to try and trip them up. You can learn from other people in competition and be inspired by it, and then end up victorious in this position. So I really feel this is actually, I don't know why I put it that direction, but it's supposed to be like this. So that energy is you're definitely moving into this energy. This is saying there is no competition. You're the clear winner here. That's like, so if you didn't know you're a star, you are a star. And then we have, I feel like you're starting a new project here, or you're just completing this project, because we have the 8 of Pentacles here. So this is very similar in that of the only 2 cards in the Pentacle energy, this is about making money and literally making it. So very focused on making money right now. This is transition I feel this transition is talking about you being the clear winner. And that you're staying focused, and you're moving from this energy into this energy, which is double, and it's talking about having 6 pentacles already done and working on this one and another one, and you have 8 done, and that is the end of that. That's all. That project will then be finished, and I feel like that's basically where you are. Or this is talking about how now that you're out of this energy, you're about to start a new project, and you're on the 2nd one already and have 6 to go to get into this energy. And this is the only card in the deck where someone's actually literally pounding out a coin, like literally making money. And then we have, and this is in your transition, and this is your higher learning. And then we have a Knight of Cups come in. So this is talking about that 10th cup. Way to hold your focus. So this is saying, hey, there's a knight in shining armor coming in with this cup of love. If you've been missing a cup of love, if you already have that romantic love, this can talk about love of anyone or anything, or love, even something that you love to do or be, which could be this project. And some people might consider that, their work to be their baby. And so that could be this pregnant with possibility is talking about a project that you're starting, something that you've always wanted to do, and you're finally able to do it. You have the time, you have the circumstances are perfect for doing this. And quite often this is the knight in shining armor with the cup of love. If you're looking for that special someone, because this is in your partner's commitments in marriage, it could be this 10th cup is now coming towards you. And you're about to meet that special one, or have just met them. This could be an offer of marriage. When it comes in from the Knight of Cups, it can be like a solid offer to get, to make the next commitment in a relationship. And this is also in your career and reputation. So this could definitely be someone that that is a partner in something that you love to do or be, or a business that you just started, someone that can really empower you in that way, and a lover. It could be both, think big. And then we have this energy here, the Magician. So this is a huge energetic upgrade for you, this energy coming in. The Magician is pointing as above, so below. And this is about bringing your thoughts down to earth and creating a beautiful garden for yourself. You have 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And then you have all the tools you need. They're on this table here, on this bench. And all you have to do is learn how to use them, and then use which one is the most efficient as well. You notice he does have the Ouroboros around his waist. That's like a snake biting its tail. So maybe this cup is actually, maybe you took that cup as well and saw that, this is an awesome opportunity for me to let go of what no longer serves me. And so this is talking about creating a beautiful garden in your life. Also, this energy, you may have noticed if you've ever had a garden, if you leave the tools laying around, they don't get up and do the work for you. So it's again saying you're going to need to put your own spin on it. But if you apply yourself, you have everything you need to really upgrade your energy here. And there is saying that someone does have their eye on you. And so this is someone who, the Page of Cups is a younger version of the Knight of Cups. So the pages would work for the king and queen around 7 to 14 years of age, which may sound really young, but back then the life expectancy was half of what it is now for many people. And this would be a real coup, like to work for the king and queen, be dressed in finery and be educated and learn about the ways of the elite. Sometimes if the pages were really good at what they did, they might even be considered for knighthood. Like it looks like this is that energy. So this could be someone that's had their eye on you since you were you might have known them back in elementary school or in high school or in, maybe just starting out university, college, someone under the age of 21 that hasn't become a knight as of yet. And he knows that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he has his eye on this fish. And he wants that. That's what he wants to offer a cup of love, and maybe has wanted to offer a cup of love to you for some time. So this is someone that you've known from your past, that you haven't seen, and maybe, maybe you haven't even seen them since elementary school. Or it can represent like someone you haven't seen for 7 years, 14 years, 21 years, that type of energy. Definitely someone's been watching you, maybe online. Maybe you have a public platform. Maybe they have a public, maybe you both do. But there's some sort of energy like that coming towards you that's really going to benefit you in your career and also in your love life by the looks of things. So, hey, why don't we all just take your reading, Taurus, and just call it a day. This is a really good reading. I really like it. There's so much potential here. And for those of you who are leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I really do appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. It's helping me build my channel, and I really do appreciate it. I'm going to clarify for those of you who want clarification. And I'm using my oracle cards, Tales from the Vector. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is one of the paintings that I have from my oracle. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order that they are in the gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I will put them in the description box below in the order that they appear. And then you can check them out if you want. I will make sure the information for the website is also below. This is the order that they come in. And let's take a look here now. What does the oracle have to say? The oracle is confirming that you are a star and it's time to shine. In case you didn't know it, you're a star. And here you go. We already pretty much talked about this energy. And then we have the need to be right. Yeah, look at this. If you're sitting in between the devil and Jesus, you want to make the right choice. So this is talking, but this can be talking about the karmic space of when someone feels like Taurus energy can be really stubborn. So this may be a warning to you that, you don't want to be like a bull in a china shop. So the need to be right. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So sometimes you need to be right and sometimes you don't. It doesn't matter that much. And if you have to be right every time and everybody else has to be wrong all the time, that can be a real challenge for people to get along, like to look up to you as a leader. And so this is talking about be right when you need to be. And it sometimes can also be talking about making mountains out of molehills, but also making molehills out of mountains. And then we have the Aquarius energy here. And this is predominantly, there's not a whole lot of energy in the beginning of August that is really pressing astrologically, but that's okay because we've been dealing with a lot of new astrological energy from the beginning of the year. And the Aquarius energy, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus moved into the sign of Gemini about a couple months ago now. And it hasn't been in the sign of Gemini since 1941 to 1949. And bottom line is Uranus in Gemini wants the truth to come out. And the truth will come out in the weirdest ways, the weirdest truths in the weirdest ways. But bottom line, the truth is coming out. And we're seeing that in the news all the time now. It's pretty funny about how some of the ways that the truth is coming out. And the whole year has started, because Uranus is a big planet. And so it takes 7.5 to 8 years for it to move from one sign to the next. And so in the sign of Gemini, the truth is, it's about the truth coming out. And, when you think it's been since World War II, since we've had that energy of, and we're still dealing with finding out the truths of what happened back then. So this is, Uranus with this justice. It's talking about if you're waiting for the truth to come out and you're on the right side of the law, this is a huge blessing for you. If you're on the wrong side, well, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions. And so this is the sun coming in. The sun is shining the light on the entire reading. It's the happiest card in the deck, and this is talking about God's energy and shining light on a situation to make sure that you receive the justice you deserve. And again, that's, shedding the truth and light on it, and also happy. It's the happiest card in the deck. And then we have lack of awareness. Never understand or never underestimate the power of willful ignorance. So like when you are presented with opportunities, it's saying the biggest danger of missing out on that would be these missed opportunities hold you back from being able to move into the place you want to be. So stay aware of what's going on around you so that you can take advantage of these opportunities. So if you can see the possibilities in the challenges and other people can't, then you're going to be able to move further ahead that way. That's why you don't have to worry about the competition. You just move forward in the strongest you can be. Dissemination of information right on this energy right here. So there's an elephant in the room and people haven't been addressing it, and maybe you hired someone to look into it and now you know what the elephant is. And so I feel this is more about the people maybe that are involved, that are looking on the wrong side of justice here. Dissemination of information. It's about, talking a talk, or maybe gossip and slander being directed your way, making saying things in a way that people can't really get the truth out of it. And then we have the battle star energy. So this is talking about having the courage to be able to move forward into this next level of, taking these opportunities and making them work, and having the integrity to stay on your destined path, and the courage to take a look at yourself and say, okay, what can I change about myself so that I can get a better result? We have the Libra energy, and this is sitting right on this victory. So this is talking about being a mature adult now. This is talking about really ready to move forward and being in this energy here. I just want to point out that when the horoscope signs come up in my readings, I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the energy of that sign. So the state of being, like what every sign has its strengths and weaknesses. And this is talking about we can learn from that. And if you ever get your birth chart done, you'll know that you have in which house those energies lie. And it can give you a lot more clarity about yourself. And this also gives us clarity about others, allowing us to have a better feeling for how to see things from other people's side, seeing both sides of a story. Now we have the energy of the guiding star. So this is saying, again, use your intuition, especially when it comes to partnerships, commitments, and marriage. I feel like you have some really good energy coming in around that. And then we have surrendering to psychic energy. And this is sitting right on this energy here. The competition, I don't feel that like the competition, we've got a double star energy right here. So I feel like maybe you might have some people that are a little bit jealous, as we said here, but they have to admit you're the one who shone this time around, and you deserve to get what you get. We have the moon energy. So this is talking about hidden illusions and secrets coming out, about you being ready to look into all of this energy, anything holding you back from stepping into your star energy. You're not in the mood for, like this is reckless abandon, WRECK, reckless. And so this is talking about finding out the facts, disciplining your mind, being in this victorious energy, not letting your emotions get a hold of you. Especially like the full moon coming up, we have that's tomorrow. The full moon energy can be very emotional, and you may have noticed this especially if you ever have worked at a hospital or in the hospitality industry, or you're involved with law enforcement. People do get overly emotional and kind of dramatic at full moons at times. This is an energy of someone, okay, now this is interesting because this is someone that you may see as the father of your children, or you might want to father children with someone. And remember what I said about being very fertile at this time. So pregnant with possibility. Here we go. Maybe you're getting ready to start a family. And then we have the Aries energy coming in. This is about allowing the new energy to come in, like not going back to the past and take a look at it, learn from it, and move forward. The energy here is saying that it's time to move forward. And again, we have an infant baby in the picture. So again, that could represent someone that's coming into your life. If you're looking to start a family or expand in that way, it could be a distinct possibility. And this could also be talking, because it's the pentacle energy, this could be talking about expanding your business, buying a bigger house. It's the element of earth, so it quite often represents real estate or an inheritance coming in, something really that's going to give you that extra boost. And then we have, oh, look at that, the end of this cycle and starting a brand new one when this cup comes in. You gotta love that. And so the Fool starts out at the 0 point. And when this card comes up, whenever that shows up, that means that you have learned everything you can from this cycle and you're ready to start a new one. Aries had the same energy, basically, of starting a new cycle. And I feel that you've done a lot of, and the Empress energy was involved in that as well. So I feel like this is talking about, you did your due diligence here and you've poured into your future. The best investment is in yourself. And you've really taken it upon yourself to, become a better version of yourself. It's really paying off. You've learned everything you can from this cycle. It's time for a new cycle of even better. Really good energy. I do hope that you've enjoyed this reading. I did. I really like this energy. It's very, you have to do your work, but hey, it pays off in a big way. So thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, subscribes. I really appreciate them all. And I will be back. Actually, I'm going to do bonus readings for the full moon coming up. The full moon is, or the new moon, sorry, coming up. The new moon coming up is going to be on the 12th of August. So I will, and it's also a full solar eclipse. So I'm going to be doing a bonus reading. Keep an eye out for that. That will be my next astrological readings after these ones are complete. Bye for now.